session. The Honorable Chairman Shannon Hester presiding. God bless these United States, the great state of Tennessee, in this honorable meeting. This time, Chaplain Adams will lead us in prayer. Afterwards, please remain standing for the pledge to our nation's flag. Chaplain.
Let's pray together. Most gracious Lord, Heavenly Father, God, as we bow in your presence tonight. Lord, I'm so thankful for these that have gathered. Lord, those that are here tonight to represent our county. God, I'm so thankful for them, for their service to you, for their service for us. God, I pray that you give them wisdom, Lord, that you watch over them and bless them. And Father, we're careful to continue to lift them up in prayer. And Father, for the many of our community that have passed away, Lord, for the Sugarman family, among others. God, I pray that you just may touch each one and bless them, we pray. We give you thanks and love in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Chairman, before we sit down, please, can I ask everyone to take a moment of silence for Bud Slavin and his family who give so much to this county, and just in remembrance of him tonight, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You may be seated. Please silence your cell phones. All right, 13 present, 2 absent. We do have a quorum. Need a motion to approve the minutes of the, before I do that, we'll clear out the courtroom here and I'll take a motion to amend the agenda.
Motion. Second.
All right. And then verbally, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So moved. So let's go ahead and do our proclamation and order and get
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If any commissioners want to join me for honoring Roane County High School and Cherokee Middle School fishing teams.
Nancy, come on.
All right, we're gonna, before we have y'all all come up, we're gonna read this because it's long and I don't want you to have to stand as long as the thing is. Come on up, guys. I'm gonna get a picture made, but,
Mayor.
Mayor, you wanna join us? Come on up. All right. Come on up. So you can set those right there on my spot, right?
They will. Come on up.
You guys come on up now.
If y'all want to come on up, come on up.
Wait.
Absolutely. Mr. Jenkins, you want to come up or not? It's gonna be a little tight. We can squeeze anybody in.
Has he made his thing yet?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I've seen her bags.
Yeah.
I keep fish all month and not put
Well,
41 pounds together.
Are you sure? On behalf of Roane County government, and obviously Roane County Commissioner here and all of our employees, we just want to tell you how proud we are of you for this accomplishment on such an important event on Watts Bar Lake, our home lake. If you ought to go out and win like you did, it represents your hometown, your home county, makes all of us super proud. So what we want to do tonight is honor you with a resolution. Commissioner Wilson's been working on this. Stacy's been working on this to help recruit this tournament to come to Roane County, and then you all go out and win it. It's a great situation for all. But bear with me with all the whereas, okay? I need glasses. So whereas Roane County, Tennessee takes pride in honoring youth athletes who achieve statewide distinction through exceptional skill, determination, and sportsmanship. Whereas our local high school and junior high school anglers competed throughout Tennessee and on Cherokee Lake, Douglas Lake, Port Loudon Lake, Nick Jack Lake, Old Hickory Lake, Kentucky Lake, Pickwick Lake, and Watts Bar Lake. And whereas the season concluded on Watts Bar Lake at the Tennessee State Trail Tournament, where local anglers competed against teams from across the state. Whereas in the high school division, Cam Cranfield and Turner Tharp finished first at 126 teams, weighing in a 5-fish limit at 24.42 pounds on day 1, 25.39 pounds on day 2, for a 2-day total of 49.81 pounds. I don't think I've ever caught 49 pounds of fish on one spot in my life. And whereas Cam Cranfield and Turner Tharp also caught the tournament's biggest fish at 7.53 pounds, finished the season as Tennessee State Trail Points Race champions. And whereas the high school team of Jackson Turpin and Alex Sparks weighed in at 14.32 pounds on day one and 15.55 pounds on day two for a total of 29.87 pounds, earning a 10th place finish. And whereas the high school team of Shane Barnes and Eli Stewie weighed in at 9.43 pounds on day one and 3.37 pounds on day two for a total of 12.8 pounds, finishing 77th overall. And whereas the combined efforts of these anglers earned the top school of the tournament award with a cumulative weight of 92.38 pounds. And whereas this performance also earned the program the top school of the year award in the East Tennessee Trail. And whereas in the junior high school division, Quade Parker and Aiden Cranfield competed in 49 teams and finished 43rd with a two-day total of 2.2 pounds. Now therefore, I, Wade Cresswell, County Executive of Roane County, do hereby proclaim June 8, 2026 as Roane County High and Junior High Anglers Day in Roane County, Tennessee, and encourage all citizens to join me in recognizing and celebrating the achievements of these student anglers whose hard work, teamwork, and commitment have brought honor to their schools and to Roane County. Congratulations. We'll get some pictures real quick. Okay, if y'all want to move up in the middle here, let's get surrounding. Guys, come up here.
Let them boys get it.
Not only did they win,
Get where you can see.
Get up here.
I'll get it right, they can see.
they left over $1 million of other people's money in our county. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Get where you can be seen.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, somebody grab my truck.
I'm tall, I'm used to being back here anyway.
All good? Thanks, guys. Congratulations. Good luck.
A few.
You know where they caught that fish on Wattsboro?
I'm gonna tell you.
In the mouth.
Right there.
In the mouth.
That's your fish joke for the night. That's about it for me.
All right, Mr. Mayor, while we're here, I think you've got the.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Mayor, I had an out-of-towner today told me we have so many fishing tournaments in this area. There's one into the river out of the water, and I go, you're not from around here.
And we also are very thankful to have so many members of Youth Leadership Roane County with us today. Thank you for joining us. Y'all want to come up forward for a picture? Quick picture?
Yes.
All right, on up. On up. Parents, get pictures. We get to the got it? We'll send it to Kathy.
Oh, yeah. Love it. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, let me say this before we get into business. For the members of the commission and those who are in the audience, and I guess Miss Stacy just stepped out. But however, Chris and I were out there fishing on a Saturday in our own tournament. Well, I figured out now why we didn't get no fish, okay? But I had spoke to so many anglers from all across the state, and they wanted to commend us for absolutely rolling out the red carpet for them. They was just so amazed that a place like Roane County, Tennessee, the best fishing place in the world, could do such a thing. So that was really a good compliment.
All right, moving on, need a motion to approve minutes of the May 11th, 2026 meeting. Motion by Hooks, second by Kirby. Commissioner Hooks.
Nothing public.
Commissioner Kirby.
That's father.
Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk? All right. Travis. Travis.
Hey, I'm sorry.
All right, motion carries 13. Motion to, acceptance of, committee reports and correspondence. Motion by Berry, second by Gann. Commissioner Berry.
Yes, sir. First of all, I'd like to recognize our district attorney. He joined a prestigious group on May 28th. He was sworn in as a member of the bar of the Supreme Court of the United States. And that doesn't make him a justice of the Supreme Court. But that certainly gives him a place that only a few other district attorneys and lawyers have. So that's the first to my knowledge of anyone we've ever had in Roane County that's been on the bar of the Supreme Court. Otherwise, on number 4, report on our finance report. We're closing in on the end of the budget. Just had some things there on the business tax. We were 26% going into the last 2 months, and I think.
So that comes in the month of June.
So we get all of that in the month of June,
Yes.
all of what's available.
Yes.
Our cable TV is still under budget, and I think that's again coming in. We
Yeah,
hope.
it's supposed to come in quarterly, but there's one company that's behind.
So that's from Charter and Comcast.
Yes,
And the other ones we've got coming
I
in.
think there's 4, yes.
Okay. And I was wondering why we were 100% on other emergency management. That's our E911, so that's why we're paying all of that part at one time, I guess. So,
We pay it monthly, but it's on purchase order.
okay, on first, okay. Ambulance, our patient charges, we're down on that. And we're watching that week to week, guys, because we've still got the ways to go, right? Calls are somewhat regular, but up and down. So we gotta watch our ambulance situation. Our special, local option sales tax, we're 100% on that, and that was another reason on 100%.
So, Fund 116 and 121, we budget, until we meet that budget, so all of the sales tax goes in there until we meet that budget, and then the excess goes into general fund.
So we're over 589 then, and everything is going into the general fund.
Yes, yes, the last 2 months, actually.
Okay. And on number 7, I'll just here where we've got our register of deeds coming on to our employee handbook. I'm just curious, is there anything there that we're gonna have to come back and go forward with since it's in the middle of the year, or is that, they're just accepting, I guess, HR here, I guess it needs to come down.
Yes, sir.
They're just accepting our handbook, and like all other elected officials, have the same rights, all we're doing is just coming in our fold for the handbook.
Yes, sir. She officially notified us on the 26th that they would be operating in our handbook.
How many other elected officials do we have now that aren't a member of our handbook?
There's only one, the clerk and master's office.
So we finally got, I know we worked a long time, Mr. County Attorney, on getting everybody on the same page with our handbook, so that just leaves us one.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I had. Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Gann. Nothing. Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk? Motion carries. List of notaries. If you would look on the board for notaries. I'll take a motion in a second. Motion by Hendricks, second by Hooks. Commissioner Hendricks.
Appreciate your willingness, sir.
Commissioner Hooks.
All they go the same.
All right, any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. All right, motion carries 13. All right, at this time, we'll be hearing of a delegation. You can come up and address the county commission. However, it must be germane to the county's business. So, and you're limited to 3 minutes, so, this time, if you want to address the county commission, please step forward. All right.
I guess this is my time, Mr.
Yes, sir.
My name's Shannon Roddy, I live on Loop Road. Recently, we've had a little issue with, some land that the county commission decided to abandon. And that, ruling was on September 11th, 23. The resolution number was 092301. Evidently, the landowner thinks that the county commission gave her all rights to the right of way. There are several homeowners that has lost access to their properties. And, we kind of like to see some kind of straighten up of the resolution, including, I guess, from our great county attorney. I've talked to Mr. Lehman, I've talked to Mr. Berry, and, we've got a whole group here from our road, and it's really there's logs being put across the road. There's fence posts being put across the right of way, and we would just like some kind of resolution we could get, sir.
All right, so let me remember that. I think I remember us passing that resolution. There was a couple that came in petitioning for it. Is that correct? Cause I'm looking, yes, when you said that, I Googled it on, where it was at. So I don't remember what the resolution declared. It's been
I think
3 years ago.
I think Mr. Lefty, your attorney, said that you was abandoning the right to pave it, to gravel it, to maintain it. Is that correct, Mr. Lefty?
I'll address this in my report.
Okay, thank you, sir. But
Yeah.
the homeowner has put fence posts up, blocking access, big logs across the road. And she's standing by a letter, and she sent everybody in the neighborhood certified letters. And she's even claimed TWRA property next to me.
All right,
And so I think it's running wild if we don't get some kind of clarification.
I'd have to pull the resolution that we voted on
Thank you,
and
sir.
review it. So thank you.
Hey, I'm McKeever Marler. I live at 142 Lock Haven. I'm the HOA president. I'm here to talk about some of the same issue, but I'd also like to address the county commission. I'd like to give you a timeline of kind of what happened. And if I can, I would like to, this was the deed that was given to the Deepleys. Is there somebody who can pass this around? So- Because I don't believe the county commission ever really saw the real picture of what was happening. Just to give you an idea from the kind of the beginning, if you look at this sheet of paper, you will see orange, two pieces of property, 47 and 43. This was owned by the Kazmiericks. The Kazmiericks wanted to have that piece of property abandoned with quitclaim to them. They went to a lawyer, they went through the proper steps to get the other residents around them to sign, to do this quick claim deed. And in the process of doing that, they got everybody to sign off except for the Bukeleys. And the Bukeleys denied, signing for them to be able to do that. Well, promptly after that, the Bukeleys decided to do a quick claim deed for their property. And that's what's outlined in blue. They have 3 lots. This is the actual deed that was drawn up by the county commission. And you can see the roadway that runs up through there. And so what they were quick deeded was what you see that has the hash marks through it. And that ends up on Loop Road. So in the yellow color is their property that they have to access Loop Road. That's like 900 some feet. It's actually over 2 football fields long. They have a huge piece of property that runs on Loop Road. So what happened is that promptly you all passed a resolution, which was, as he said, it was 092301, and that was for the county executive to sign the quick deed. after that, you know, people were upset, they didn't understand why that would happen. That one person would be able to do it, another person wouldn't. So I reached out to Ron Berry, who was very helpful, and, you know, we had come up with, kind of a solution. Not everybody was gonna be happy, but it would suffice. And so that was to allow lots, 47 and 43, which are the orange ones, to combine, which is a win-win for the county, because the county they want to abandon as many roads as they can, so they don't have to maintain them. So unfortunately, it didn't pass. And one of the reasons why it didn't pass was because the county commission themselves was misled in what was really happening. Just to give you an example of some of the issues that have been going on since you did the quick claim deed, is it created a huge mess with the Buckley's. They do not have any boundaries at all. And some of these boundaries that they definitely have crossed is they've sent out certified fake letters to residents, possibly, you know, fake or with incomplete addresses. They've harassed people with multiple letters. The upstanding neighbors that we have that are elderly, that are in poor health, have been very upset, and that's caused them more health problems. They have been currently putting stakes in the easement or the roadway at which all these lot owners are deeded. Basically blocking access. Those are in pink. This is a fence line that they put up. They're tall stakes that you can run like rebar, not rebar, but rubber. So they put those up. They changed the name of the street, which is really bizarre to me. I don't know why I'm hung up on that. But like, this was always Lock Haven Street, and they somehow changed it to Castle Cove, which is really bizarre since it's always been that way. And we had current we have people that have cleared their lots and are actively using their lots, and that somehow that can be changed, which causes a huge problem with the mail. So they claim property that's not theirs.
So, sir,
No, that's fine, go ahead.
so the commission would have to review 923 over, the original resolution, and I'm sure the county attorney is gonna address this as well for some action. But to me, it sounds like a civil matter instead of a commission matter, is where it's heading. I don't know that we can go back and undo a resolution that they've already made a deed on. So,
Well, I think my intention here is to address everyone here, because if you all hadn't intervened at all and done the quick deed, this would have all worked out. It's the overreach, and just that the fact that no one in our HOA, none of the lot owners, no one knew that this quick deed was gonna happen. Because if we could have had it at all, we could actually work this all out. And if we couldn't have, then with the lot owners, then it could have gone to the county commission. And that would have been a good opportunity for them to come in and kind of plead our cases. But instead, the county commission did a quick deed, which just created all kinds of havoc, because it leaves everything open to interpretation of, you know, what they have and what they don't have. And they are running it, like they are, so.
well, give us time. We'll have to review this, as I said.
Yes, sir.
Because I can't recall what was done. I do remember that night, and I remember there was some opposition to that couple that was here that night. And there was a heated debate here that night as well. So at this point, we just have to look at the resolution and have the county attorney review it.
Well, thank you for your time, and I will be looking forward to any help that you can give us, because the people of Lock Haven would gladly appreciate anything that you do.
Thanks, sir.
Very much.
All right, anyone else want to address the county commission?
guys. My name is Stacy Wilson. I'm with the Roane Alliance, the trustee director. First off, I just want to say thank you for trusting me to be a good steward of the money that I'm allowed. I took a big risk on that tournament, the Tennessee Bass Nation, a week ago Saturday. We started Thursday evening. It got so large, I had to use the high school for registration, but it had to be big enough to hold everybody. We had 176 teams, approximately 538 people, and almost 4,000 people at weigh-ins. I pulled y'all some data that I found interesting, and it shows Kingston City Park, how many people, the peak times, which shows what they were here for. So the economic impact we're gonna bring in Roane County of this is just amazing. The icing on the cake was our fishing team doing so well. I also wanna thank Kingston Parks and Rec, Kingston Police Department. They stayed at the park with me from Thursday evening until we were done Saturday evening. Controlling traffic, fire department for Kingston put us a tent up for an emergency. Thank God we didn't need it. TWRA was on site. Roane County Highway Department helped me. Like, this was a huge team effort and Roane County showed off. And I just want to say thank you all for trusting me to do what I do. Any questions?
Miss Stacy, you had stepped out when I made a comment. Chris and I, my son, was fishing that tournament that day. And I told them, I said, well, I understand the reason I didn't catch any fish. They caught it.
They caught them all.
But everyone that we spoke to, and we tried to speak to as many as we could, wanted to commend Roane County. They called it the red carpet. That we had really rolled out the red carpet. And that goes for you and your staff and your feelings for Roane County. We're pretty.
Well, thank you very much. Also, one interesting thing on this, it shows where the people came from prior to arriving at the park. Then it shows where they went when they left. And you'll notice most of it stayed in Roane County. And I'm super thankful for that. We really pushed that. I worked registration, giving out all of our local information. I got several calls from businesses, Jerry's Bait Store, all of our local businesses, wanted to know what in the world we were doing down there because they'd been so busy. So to me, that's the best compliment that we could get. So thank you guys.
We had 7 boats in our code Saturday, and one of them was a county commissioner from Lincoln County. Whose son was fishing. So it's a small world. But
Yeah.
That's how far south they came. So
yeah.
that's probably where they caught the big one.
All over the state, yeah. And we had a professional fisherman his son fished the tournament, so he was dad at this tournament. He was very complimentary.
How much more could we have if we had 4 or 5 hotels in the county?
A
A lot.
Also, it was a great time in Roane County. Next time I have one, this has opened some great doors for us for future, so we're really gonna benefit greatly off this. Y'all come and watch it. It's absolutely amazing. You'd be blessed. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else want to address the county commission? Hearing none, seeing none, we'll move to county attorney's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On the issues brought up concerning Lock Haven, and I live in Lock Haven, I'll disclose that to you. I'm sure you already know that. But this particular road is a road that the county has never had any interest in. It is a road that is on the Lock Haven subdivision plat that was never built, and it runs between several lots. The Bucleys came before this body in 2023 and asked this body to abandon any interest in the roadway that bordered their lots and to quit claim that land. So the county commission, based on a recommendation from the planning office, authorized quit claim deed to the portion of that particular road that goes through, that borders the Buckley lots. Now, that quit claim deed is legally not worth the paper it's written on. That is because under Tennessee law, when a subdivision developer puts a road on a plat and records it in the registrar's office. The subdivision developer does not give up ownership of the land where the road is located. The subdivision developer creates two easements under Tennessee law. One easement is to the county for the county to build a public road if the county chooses to do so. The second easement is an easement to the other lot owners on the plat who need to use that road to get to their property. A quitclaim deed just basically says, I don't know if I own this or not. If I do happen to own it, now it's yours. That's all a quitclaim deed is. The quitclaim deed that the county executed to the Bucleys didn't convey the Bucleys any land because the county didn't have any land that it owned. The county just had the right to build a road, which was abandoned at the time the quitclaim deed was authorized. So I agree with Mr. Marler. I think it would be a good practice for county to change its policy to just abandon these roadways and not do the quitclaim deeds. But that's a policy that the county has done long before I came on board, and,
Is that a resolution that binds us to do that?
I don't know, but it's a policy that the county has done. I think it probably originated through the planning office years ago, because basically what happens is the planning office deals with these folks and creates a resolution and presents it authorizing you to abandon a roadway and to do a quitclaim. But, really, 99% of the time, the county has nothing to quitclaim because all the county has is an easement to build a road. Now, fast forward to 2025. The owners of the remainder of that roadway, or the owners of the lots that border the remainder of that roadway came before you, and there were two resolutions presented, and they were asking for the same thing. They were asking for an abandonment and a quitclaim deed. And the Bucleys were here, and they talked for a long, long time, and they talked about how they had graded out a road and put in a culvert on that area that you were gonna quitclaim, and they wanted it to get to their property and so on and so forth. So you all voted to abandon but as it stands, this is not a county government issue because the county has no interest in the road. Whatever interest the county had at one time, if any, has been abandoned. This is basically a civil issue among the various lot owners. They do have an easement regardless of what quitclaim deed you gave the Bucleys. I think legally they have an easement, and they can enforce their easement through Chancery Court. But there's no county interest whatsoever that this body can legally get involved in or do. But Mr. Chairman, that is the report that I have. Does anyone have any questions about anything?
Yeah. So, the folks, it's never been a county.
It's never been county road, and it's never been built out as a road.
So the Buckleys or some Quickleys or whoever it was came in here. And now they're blocking the road, so these folks have a right to unblock the road, right?
Well, they have the right to go through court to have the court enforce their right to the road.
But I mean, even if they didn't go there, I mean, there's gonna be a private battle back and forth, but they could theoretically move that blockage, right?
I'm not gonna tell people to go move this and move this. I'm gonna tell you that you've got an easement, so you've got the right to go to court and enforce your easement.
Got a little chance for excitement. Okay, so I think basically, codes are involved. I think they met with codes, and I think they are, as mentioned, that there's already an attorney, so I think we're on the right track.
May I say something really quickly? I do want everyone to realize that when they did that, it pinned homeowners against homeowners when that happened. And so now what was theirs, now they have to go to court to figure out what, what they know is rightfully theirs because it's in the deed of their, when they bought their property. So it really creates a huge mess and havoc that they have to go get a lawyer and fight this out in court with the Buicks. But I just want to make that.
So did we do something wrong, or is it just the process that follows something like this at the court?
Well, I'm not saying that you did something wrong. And really, you didn't do anything wrong because all you authorized was a quitclaim deed. And like I say, a quitclaim deed just basically is a document that says, I don't know if I own this, but if I do, whatever interest I have is now yours. But my recommendation to planning office and the previous, folks that worked there was, instead of doing all these deeds, just do an abandonment and a release of rights recorded in the registrar's office, and let the private property owners deal with all the other issues, because it's their easement, it's not yours anymore.
Is that something the coach can do now?
Not on this issue, but
No,
they can.
this issue, you've already acted, so this issue's over. Because the only way to go back and undo a deed is to file a lawsuit, and, I really don't see any point in doing that, because there's not a basis, because you knew what you were doing at the time being, but I think it would be a better procedure if, instead of doing these quitclaim deeds, just abandon it, record the abandonment in the registrar's office, and then just let the lot owner sort it out from there.
But what we were doing in good faith, though, could be costing these individuals money to have to go to civil court to turn this around.
Well, but they would have to do that anyway in this situation, because you never accepted this roadway into the county road system, so you really had no authority to enforce anybody's right to use the road unless you wanted to build a road through there.
And also, there's a timestamp.
Chairman, point of order.
There's,
Point of order. Chair recognizes.
Point of order.
Chair recognizes.
Oh, thank you, sir. There's nothing we can do about this.
Yes, state your
We need to move on.
You are true.
There's absolutely nothing we can do.
All right. County attorney, do you have anything else for us?
No, that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions about anything else?
I have a question. The Butte Police filed a,
Mr. Chairman.
map.
Ma'am,
Yes.
when we had a moment where everybody could speak at that time, and we have to stick to the agenda. So wish you would have came up during that time of speaking. Is that your point of order?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, anything else?
No, sir.
All right, Chair recognizes, County Executive.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If you all refer to your rundown list on your desks. First and foremost, making sure that you all are aware of, I'm sure you are, but just to clarify in mind that we'll have a county commission workshop to review the budget on Tuesday, June 23rd, 5:30 in this room. That'll be followed on Thursday, June 25th, starting at 6 o'clock. We have a public hearing, then budget committee meeting, and special call meeting to approve the budget. On the budget books that are before you, it has been our goal from the beginning of the year to have these budgets before you a month before you vote on them. Unfortunately, you're just now receiving them. We have been waiting on the State Department of Education to release numbers to us, to tell us what the amount of ADA funds will be going to the Oak Ridge City School System that will impact Fund 141 fund balance. We generally receive those in late March to early April. We still do not have those final numbers. So we're giving you a preliminary budget. We don't expect those to change very much. If they do change, it will impact slightly the 141 fund balance. But we feel bad that you are just now getting these, but it's because we've been waiting on them forever. I mean, since early April. So, but please review your budgets, come ready with questions. We'll have a presentation prepared. Jennifer and I'll have a presentation just to hit the highlights. So come with your questions. We'll be glad to answer them all to make sure that you have a full understanding before you vote on it on June 25th. I am also very proud to report a couple of personnel changes. First and foremost, effective today, Kelly Broyles has been hired as the interim records manager. If you'll remember, a couple years ago, we hired Kelly from the old courthouse when we moved some funds around to create the records department in the first place. And Kelly came to us. We put a couple part-time positions together to keep her as an employee. She didn't deserve to be laid off at all. And she has been absolutely fantastic. She has been dependable, versatile. She's filled in Jennifer's office in a very critical shortage that we had. So we're really proud that she's gonna fill this role on an interim basis. And we'll reevaluate that in 90 days. Very hopeful that we'll name her permanent then. Also proud to report that, as you all know, we celebrated Bonnie Angus last month, her moving to Johnson City, started a new chapter in her life and all that she had done for us. But we're proud to report that Whitney Deacons will fill that role in our office as executive administrative assistant. She'll begin on June 29th. And then, as you'll see on there on the last part of that first page, June 18th through 21st, this courthouse will not be operable. There's a substation right out here by the juvenile building that has been in need of replacement for a very, very long time. We've been working with REU, trying to find a 4-day period of time where they could do that. And after lots of negotiation, because June 19th is a federal holiday, we were already gonna be closed. We're closing from June 18th through that 21st to replace that. So just be aware that Thursday and Friday of next week, the courthouse will be closed. And then finally, just want to point out, if you will turn to the last page of your rundown, next to the last page of your rundown, I want to point something out here that's been an issue in our office and several other offices. The cumulative public records requested has increased by more than 300% year over year. And not all public records requests are the same. I was going by Kaylee's desk last week and saw one that was about 4 inches thick and it had taken weeks to prepare. I just wanted you to be aware that this is an ongoing issue. And one of the things we're going to do to bring you up to date on how significant an issue this is every month when you receive these rundowns, you'll also receive a log of all the public records requests. So you'll be aware of all the activity that's going on as well, as this issue continues to increase.
So you think it's just malicious, somebody just doing it to bog down the county?
I think, there are multiple reasons why it's so high. One is completely legitimate, and that's the RECA request. That's the Radioactivity Exposure Contamination Act. Its response to, and we need to promote this to our people, but anyone who has either suffered from cancer or a family member who has passed and a surviving spouse can file to receive $25,000 to $50,000 as a benefit from the federal government. But it requires some tax records to prove residency during that time. So a lot of these records requests are those. But yes, sir, there are several records requests that are, I would say, frivolous in nature, and are causing an extraordinary amount of time to be spent on those in our office. And I just want to bring you up to speed on what those are. That concludes my report. I'm glad to answer your questions. One more thing I will say, Justin Snow, who could not be here tonight, he's meeting with TVA. I'm gonna fold him under my report, moving forward, so he won't be a part of the hearing and delegation. I know several of us have talked about making sure he has the time he needs with you guys. So under my report, moving forward, we'll just include Justin, or any of his, Stacy was here tonight, she would have fallen under my report. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Glad to answer your questions.
All right, thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman.
Oh.
these people asking for this, is it like groups? Is it a, organization, inside the county or outside the county? We don't have that information. When we receive it, we receive, a formal records request. There's a form they have to complete. All that we have is the information they complete on that.
So what kind of request is 4 inches thick?
Records, I mean, I'd go look at the exact request itself, but records looking at a long time frame of multiple communications from multiple employees. And, that requires multiple departments to be involved that would have to redact any protected information or personally protected information, in any public records request that we think is sensitive at all. I mean, at all. The county attorneys are always involved in those. And he has been extremely busy this year helping our office, with these records. So, thanks, sir. Sure.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Gomes.
Mr. Chairman, the only thing I got to say is, I don't know who else has actually been involved in getting these records together. But I can tell you this much, folks, working in city government before, this county has one by far, one of the best HRs and general procedures that I've ever, I mean, I worked for Walmart for years. I know she's been stressed out through all this. I would have done threw my hands up and probably walked out the door. So I want to tell Jennifer how much she's appreciated for what she does. And like I said, I'm sure there's more than her, but I know Jennifer's been heading this. It's had to be a stressful moment.
All right, anyone else?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, and Mayor Criswell, I wanted to bring to attention, one of the points that you have on sharing the spirit of America that'll be at the old Roane County Courthouse for the 250th celebration of America. The old courthouse, where they're gonna have reenactors, the whole 9 yards, and it's gonna be at 6:00 PM, which is simultaneously with thousands and thousands of other counties and communities across America. Even they coordinated on time zones, back and forth. But as a recommendation and as a nostalgic as we've done in the past, I'd like to make a recommendation to this body if we could meet in the old Roane County Courthouse in July as part of that.
You know, there ain't no air conditioning there. And I got stuck in that elevator going up, and I threatened to kill the commissioners.
They're gonna supply some, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Just a recommendation.
I said, we met over there before.
We have, yeah, and it was hot.
Always hot.
But not in July, we didn't meet. All right, we'll take it under advisement.
I say we take a vote now.
It's not a vote, it's the chairman's decision.
That's not what you like, I don't do all.
All right, yeah, thank you, that will definitely, I need to walk it down again, as well.
And don't, sheriff gotta need to, for security, I mean, they gotta do something with weapons. So they can-
Yeah, we'll look at the logistics of doing that, but yeah. All right, anyone else? All right, we'll move on to, special orders then. Wade, was you done, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, special orders, we do have 3, and then we have an, added one from once for our utility district, I'm not seeing in this list here, Wade.
It didn't require.
It doesn't require.
Okay, so that was your appointment, you've already made that appointment.
We're in the process.
Okay. Confirmation of reappointment to the following Roane County Board of Equalization: Christina Branham, Lee Cates, Cecil Crowe, Donna Davis, and then, terms will expire May 31st. Have a motion for that. Motion by Ferguson, second by Gann. Commissioner Ferguson.
Don't really have anything to say, Mr. Chairman, just that, a good panel on there, and I believe we're doing the right thing, reappointing.
All right, Commissioner Gann.
Happy they're willing to serve, sir.
Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. Motion carries 13. Confirmation of appointment of Ted Perry as a new member of the Roane County Board of Equalization. This term will expire May 31st, 2028. Motion by Berry, second by Hamilton. Commissioner Berry.
just thankful somebody would step up to that Board of Equalization. That's a tough job. Appreciate their efforts.
Dr. Hamilton.
Nothing further.
All right, any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. Motion carries 13. Confirmation of appointment of Glenda Johnson as an alternate to the Roane County Board of Equalization. This term will expire May 31st, 2028. Motion by Brackett, second by Ferguson. Commissioner Brackett.
Nothing.
Commissioner Ferguson.
Not anything.
Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. All right, motion carries. No zoning, on here. We do have one old business, and this is a resolution to allow the county to execute or his designee, county executive or his designee to renew the, rental agreement with Jonathan J. and Vicky, A. Loden as described herein. Motion by Henderson, second by Gann. Commissioner Henderson.
I'll let the county executive speak to him. If he wants to. I have nothing further.
All right, Commissioner Gann.
I think there were several folks that went down and looked at that. Was you one of them? sir?
I was.
Do you want to kind of talk
Okay.
about what?
I can tell you that building's full. It would take a year probably to move everything out of that building. But Steady working 5 days a week, to move that stuff. And Chris Lehman's the chairman of that. He was also present and walked it down as well, so,
Yes, sir, myself, Mr. Brackett, Mr. Goss, Mr. Berry, Mr. Ferguson. I think I can speak for all of us, we were very surprised at the amount of material, components, goods that the county owns in that building. Unfortunately, all 15 of us couldn't move out of that building in 8 months. And if we tried to move it out in a short period of time, where are we gonna put it? We had nowhere to put it at the time. We were probably on site, I think, Ms. Farnham was there. Mr. Phillips was there. We were probably on site an hour and a half talking about different options we had. And the only option we could come back to was continue the rental of the current building.
all right, thank you, sir. Any other debate? Commissioner Brackett.
Kind of go along with Mr. Lehman, it is full, but what we did do, we was kind of behind the 8 ball, right? We should have been on this 6 months ago. The property committee is charging the commission with this contract. We're not gonna revisit this again in a year. We have to have a solution. That's what we all kind of talked about, and there is money set aside for the building, so Sheriff and some of them's here now, they know that, we talked about it, that we've got to get the ball rolling, we got to get it moving, get some bids, quotes, different type buildings, whatever we have to do, but I wasn't keen on it, but we really don't have any place like Mr. Lehman to put this stuff, so reluctantly, yes, I think we have to do this.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Berry.
Yeah, I think Commissioner Brackett's on key. This is one that several commissions have let slip through. There was no way we should have ever spent the money that we spent, on storage stuff. I think one thing we did do was, Judge the Sheriff is sort of take it out of his hands and do the right thing by getting a contractor and build whatever. I thought the building committee did a great job of looking at the situation and like I said, there were a lot of options, but none of them any better than the previous one or one that would help us in. Guys, we spent over $350,000 on this storage, and our citizens deserve better than that. I came in here to vote no on this just simply because of where we were, but the property committee did a good job. I'm going to support it because of the fact that we're going to go one time. This is it. No more renewal. And I guess my only question, Counselor, is we ended up on April the 30th with our old lease. So we're making this lease now retroactive to May 1st.
Well, if you pass this resolution, as written, it would be retroactive to May first.
I mean, I guess I was concerned about an audit deficiency if we go back and backdate.
Well, your resolution says you're renewing the agreement for the period beginning May 1 for an additional 1-year period. And so, you know, it would relate back to May 1.
Because I think we'd already paid May's rent, have we not? Did we not pay May's rent?
We've already paid June.
We've already paid June, so I'm just want to make sure we don't get into an audit situation if we pay it without a lease being in effect.
We can't unpay it now.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Wilson.
One of the questions I had is if we take over this project and from where it currently is, I guess some of my questions is how do we time this with getting this done, getting the RFP out, getting everything, you know, getting it all in place before they even start, and then trying to get a time frame. You finish the project, then you're trying to move out if there's that much equipment in there, so much stuff. So with this lease, would it behoove us to go, you know, if we're looking at 11 months, you know, to finish this out, to have a month-to-month option at that, so we're not tied in for another year?
He won't budge on it. We've tried beforehand, we've tried. He's stuck.
So how expeditiously can we move on this to get this done and get it done in the time frame?
I think by, you know, I know Chief Phillips met with the committee, and the biggest issue with using inmate labor was the uncertainty. And if we move and put it out for bid and find a contractor, it gives us much more certainty on the timing of it than it would have if we had continued to use Sergeant Sparks and inmate labor. So I do think that the recommendation from the property committee to move towards putting out for bid and finding a contractor to do it does give us a much better chance of getting it completed in time for us to move out. I do think if we ran up against it late, then we could certainly go back to the property owner, to the landlord and try to get an extra time, but we're gonna push as hard as we can to make sure we get done in time and moved out in time.
Roger, I'm gonna vote in the recommendation. I just wanted some clarity just of how that process was
I think
anticipated.
we'll begin preparing documents immediately to, work towards finding the contractor and then get started as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Hooks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Here's my questions to the sheriff. Are the items down there during this next 11 months that we can, get rid of, clean up, things that's not being used in 3 years, 6 years, and get prepared for this move?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you got a storage building like that, sometimes you store things for one reason or another. So there's lawnmowers that, you know, we do a lot of mowing in Roane County, a lot of cemeteries, a lot of courthouse, you name it. So somebody throws a lawnmower away at the recycle center, there's parts that we can use off of it. So, you know, some of that stuff's down there, but yeah, we can do some house cleaning, get everything ready for that move, because we know we're moving, all right? So we can do that.
Thank you, sir.
All right, any other discussion, any other debate? Hearing none, seeing Commissioner Parks.
Do we know what it's gonna cost now that we're gonna move to that? I mean,
We know what we have in the budget.
what, 170?
I think it's what we got, and 170?
190,
Nine.
yes.
So is that gonna make it?
We'll find out. If it doesn't, we'll be coming back to you all for budget amendment.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem if we don't.
I think you're gonna be coming back.
And that's what's in the capital budget right now. That's what we were planning on, no labor costing, to build that. But we really can't know until we go out.
That's all I got.
All right. Madam Clerk. All right, motion carries.
All right, going into new business, we have 11 resolutions. Resolution 06-2601, a resolution allowing retiring law enforcement officers of Roane County Sheriff's Office to retain their issued duty pistol. Motion by Wilson, second by Hooks. Commissioner Wilson.
I actually like this. It's, just a way of saying thanks, and it is their weapon that, of course, that we're purchasing, but that's one they cared for and took care of, so I'd like to see it happen.
All right, Commissioner Hooks.
I agree, Mr. Chairman, and I'm retired law enforcement officer myself. Never had this opportunity, but when we trade our weapons in, you really didn't get no trade-in value on it. So, it's more of a sentimental thing to a police officer that has spent his career carrying the same weapon or the last weapon, I guess. And I'm honored to support.
Mr. Cooks, I don't get you if you
All right, Chair recognizes Commissioner Kirby.
I get Mr. Phillips to come up to the podium, please. Chief, first things, just wanna thank you for becoming the new sheriff of Roane County. And then one thing we talked about out in the hallway is on these guns, would you have a problem with putting our last name and badge on the guns? If we done this, would you have a problem doing that?
You know, that's one of the customary things that they do, that wasn't put in the resolution, but if somebody, if you make that recommendation and it's voted on, we can get it.
They come up to the form, also amendment to do this.
Tim's just gonna ride on it with a Sharpie.
I think that's a really good idea, though.
Who wrote the motion?
Wait.
So would you accept that as a friendly
We
motion?
could do that as a friendly.
Then you
What it's up to who made the motion.
doing that, add that to the.
For the formal.
The motion was by Wilson, second
I'll
by
make a
Hooks.
friendly
Second, but
motion.
The original motion.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Wilson, you had the original motion for it. You accept that as a friendly motion?
I do.
Okay. And Hooks, do you accept that as a friendly motion as well? All right. So we'll change.
Thank you, Chief.
And by the way, I have a laser engraver that will engrave metal.
Randy? Give us some free time.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Berry.
Is there a dollar amount on what we're putting away for this?
Not written in the resolution, and I mean, because it's written to be timeless, and that's gonna change over time, the value of it, so when.
It'll just be a couple of years, or 1 year, or whatever, 3 years.
You know,
It does.
yeah, we don't hardly have that many people retired, and I've been there 20 years, we probably had less than 5 people retire in 20 years, but there's gonna be.
So we're not talking, what would be the cost of the weapon? We're not talking about.
$500-600?
For the weapon and the sign that's on the weapon,
Hey,
probably $800.
Good. I just bought one. Yeah. All right.
Come out the sheriff's budget.
Any other discussion, any other debate? Madam Clerk. All right, motion carries. Resolution 06-2602, a resolution of the Roane County Commission authorizing the Roane County Executive to negotiate and execute interlocal agreements with the municipalities within Roane County for the provision of comprehensive municipal services. Motion by Wilson, a second by Parks. Commissioner Wilson.
I think this is something we've made before in the same type of thing. It kind of alleviates the back.
Yeah, this is for, building inspection permits, planning, and, what is it? Property assessment. Is that the form?
Reappraisal at the
That's
parcels.
property assessment, yeah, reappraisal.
Yeah.
Those 4 services.
Commissioner Parks.
Codes enforcement, that was it.
Commissioner Berry.
This is, now Rockwood's not involved in this, right?
Right, and each city's a little bit different too, but this gives us an option of offering these services.
So we can offer to them if they want. And I think the reappraisal stays the same, right? That rate stays $1. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, any other discussion, any other debate? Madam Clerk? Motion carries 13. Resolution 262603, a resolution to amend and clarify the membership of the Environmental Review Board. Motion by Hamilton, second by Gann. Dr. Hamilton.
This is just to clarify the membership. We had had several meetings where our quorum was not met. So this resolution helps support the type of members we can have on our committee.
Commissioner Gann.
Nothing further, sir.
Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk? Motion carries. Resolution 2604, a resolution authorizing a 5-year agreement with Taylor Telecom Solutions for managed information technology services, Microsoft's 365 license, backup services, and related technology support, subject to budget approval and county attorney approval. Motion by Parks, second by Hooks. Commissioner Parks.
Nothing further.
Commissioner Hooks.
Nothing further.
Any discussion, any debate? Commissioner Berry.
Gosh. So I guess in reading this, our contract will be with Taylor Telecom. And we also have some carryover with Pinnacle.
Correct, we have a separate contract.
So we have a separate so is there additional revenues going to Pinnacle as well then?
Yes.
So we've got this one strictly just for Taylor. And all it is the IT work. Not all it is.
Several things listed there.
It's basically keeping us out of trouble.
And the hands-on work that we see, and additional to, one of the things we hadn't talked about, but Kenny's retiring October 1st, and Taylor will be providing that hands-on support for these meetings as well. That's just one other aspect.
Okay, so I guess what I'm confused is if we have two people, two companies doing this, and you have a cyber attack, how do we differentiate how that problem occurs?
While they support each other and are partner, the activities that they are providing for the contract are differentiated. There's no overlap in who's gonna do what. It's very differentiated.
So we've got two companies and an insurance company involved, I've said.
Correct, we do have an insurance policy, a cyber security insurance policy, correct?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so basically we've got these folks doing the IT work, an insurance company.
Well, I understand that we are paying more than we ever have. We will always pay more than we ever have from now on.
That's right. I guess the only thing then, our enrollment project of $9,700, does that go to Microsoft enrollment project, or what, do you know what that's for?
Lance can better, answer the
I'm with Taylor
question.
Telecom.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a one-time project to get everybody that's a user in the system enrolled so that we can manage services for the whole county. It's a one-time, fee that has to be paid. And a piece of it is Microsoft has made it to where every user that has managed by an outside company has to be Microsoft Premium. And we have to enroll you into to be able to manage the services.
So this is just the cost of giving everybody.
And it's a one-time, we will not do it in the future. Any new staff that come on board, we'll just enroll those folks on our own dime.
This is a 5-year contract, so there won't be any additional charges along the way.
The only additional expenses will be if there's new users, like new staff. There's one piece in there that's a data storage piece, so it's by the data that's stored. So that could go up, it's a variable, and it's listed in the contract.
So we're paying on a number of computers that are in the system, is that?
Yes, yeah, and so the number of Microsoft users, that cost would go up. But we would review that on a yearly basis.
But for example, so this wasn't a thing a year ago. So, right, with this going to Microsoft Premium and having to buy all our users these licenses, this is an example of the changing landscape to keep our people safe and our organizations safe. So that's what I mean when I say we're always gonna be paying more and more because these situations, the landscape changes. And we've got to adapt to it to stay protected.
So we recommended to the county to do a full year service instead of going month to month with us. because we can purchase at a higher rate through Microsoft, we save money on Microsoft licensing the county. And then additionally, some of our upstream vendors that we use to protect with software and the purchasing that we have to provide, we get a discount on that as well and pass it on.
So basically, we have a 5-year contract with an annual payment.
Yes.
Good.
That annual payment include the 34,720 for the licensing, for the annual?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we're at what, 124,000 a year? for 5 years?
Another thing to consider of the increased cost, we also added on trustee Mason's office, which I think is 8 to 10 users. So the additional cost that's in that proposal that you see is also adding the staff into this agreement.
What we're paying this year, you know?
It's really not much different. I looked at the increases that were, in local government, and it was like 101. And we did put all this in the budget for the 2027, fiscal year, so we discussed it at the budget committee as well.
And also, I would add that Kenny, I think, is taking part in it. And some of our NACO dues gives us access to cybersecurity. So it might be something that we could coordinate with them. I know Kenny's gone to a couple of those programs, I think, so.
For the training?
Yes, so that would help the son as well. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other discussion, any other debate? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Travis.
He did.
Maybe we can get that new IT yet. You wanna record your both of them?
Yes.
You're Charlotte. All right, motion carries. Resolution 06-2605, approving the sale of county-owned, owed back tax property to the highest bidder for not less than the minimum price established by the, county-owned back tax property committee. Motion by Wilson, second by Henderson. Commissioner Wilson.
Yeah, these are the 2018 tax sale properties. This, goes by statute. Might I add, Carol Main's knocked it out of the park. She's done a wonderful job explaining all that, so.
Commissioner Henderson. None further, sir. Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. Motion carries. 06-2606, a resolution reflecting changes revenue expenditures for the general fund 101 for fiscal year 25-26. Motion by Parks, second by Henderson. Commissioner Parks.
Yeah, this is just a cleanup. The state reduced the budget for, the drug court. And so that's some of the money being pulled back, and the rest of it's just cleanup.
All right, Commissioner Henderson.
No problem, sir.
Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. Motion carries. Resolution reflecting changes in expenditure for the ambulance fund 118 for fiscal year 25-26. Motion by Wilson, second by Parks. Commissioner Wilson.
This is reflecting changes for unexpected, expense on the maintenance of vehicles, 10,000.
Commissioner Parks.
No, that sums it up.
Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. Motion carries. Resolution 6-2608, a resolution of appropriating state aid funding in the highway fund for fiscal year 26. Motion by Hooks, second by Parks. Commissioner Hooks.
Nothing further.
Commissioner Parks.
Nothing further. Just state aid grant money.
All right. Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. Motion carries. 06-2609, a resolution reflecting changes in expenditures for the highway fund 131 for the 25-26 fiscal year. Motion by Parks, second by Gann. Commissioner Parks.
I just had to amend, obviously diesel prices is up, so I had to amend, that and trustees commission, a few other things. Nope, that's all I got.
Commissioner Gann. Nothing, sir. Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. Motion carries. 06-2610, a resolution authorizing approval of funds from the Capital Project Fund 171 Community Investment Fund, sub-fund to the fund capital projects for the cities in Roane County. Motion by Hamilton, second by Wilson. Dr. Hamilton.
Nothing further.
Commissioner Wilson.
I think everybody's read the projects, and it's all in the packet. And, we did, just remember, we did give some of that money to the food banks during that time.
All right, any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. All right, motion carries. Resolution 06-2611, resolution amending the general appropriate school fund, central cafeteria fund, 143, and school transportation fund, 144, reflecting changes in revenue for the fiscal year 2026. Motion by Parks, second by Kirby. Commissioner Parks.
Just clean up.
Commissioner Kirby.
Nothing further.
Any discussion, any debate? Madam Clerk. That's my last resolution. All right, motion carries. Any other business coming before the county commission? All right, hearing none, seeing none, we'll take a motion to adjourn by Gann, second by Parks.